In the first two parts of our series on mutual fund costs, we talked about expense ratios, trading costs, and load versus no load funds. Now in this final installment, we'll look at other potential drains on your mutual fund investment. A mutual fund is a great investment vehicle for average folks. In essence, with a mutual fund, you're turning your money over to a professional investment manager. But a fund is not free, of course. There are costs. We talked about many of those in the first two parts of this series, and there are a few others as well, so let's talk about them now. First, you may have to pay a transaction fee if you buy your fund through a brokerage firm. A transaction fee is not the same thing as the sales charge or load that we talked about in part 2. The transaction fee is charged by the brokerage firm. If you're using a discount firm, this fee may be anywhere from $10 to $35. If it's a full-service firm, the fee may go as high as several $100s. And you pay that fee every time you buy or sell the fund. Now, if you're working with a fee-only advisor like us here at Millard Company, you won't pay commissions or loads or high transaction fees, but you will pay a management fee. In exchange for this fee, you get a professional advisor who looks after your portfolio on an ongoing basis and with whom you can talk about most anything having to do with money. In our case, the management fee is no higher than 1% per year and may be significantly less than that depending on the size of your portfolio. And we think this is a really good deal because you never have to wonder who the advisor is working for. The advisor has an incentive to work in the client's best interest. And if the advisor's fee is reasonable and he or she utilizes low-cost, no-load funds, it can be a very cost-effective solution for the client. And finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the potential effect of taxes. If your fund is held in a taxable account, you could have to pay tax on investment gains inside the fund even if you haven't sold the fund. Now, I know that may sound confusing, I'm sorry about that, but we don't have to go into detail here. Just know that all funds have potential tax ramifications, and some are worse than others. So, let's sum up with a few recommendations. First, all things being equal, a low expense ratio is better than a high expense ratio. A no-load fund is better than a load fund. A fund that doesn't do a lot of trading will likely be more tax efficient and will cost less to own. The cheapest way to go is to buy a no-load, low-cost fund directly from the fund company. But if you want a diversified portfolio or want some advice or are just totally confused by all of this, call me or another fee-only advisor and get some help. Well, that's it for now. If you or someone you know needs financial planning or investment advice, drop me an email or give us a call here at Millard Company. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.